Hey everybody, Martin Gilmore here. I have a couple of students who've requested me to kind of show off some stuff about playing G runs, which is kind of the staple of bluegrass guitar players. So I thought I'd kind of give a lesson about this. There's a lot of different kinds of G runs. You know, there's a lot of guys who will play like a rest stroke G run where they might hit the string, rest on the next string, and do a hammer on, and then hit that G string. There's all sorts of different ones there, and a lot of them are great. Some of them are kind of like specific for certain moments in songs. I'm just going to give you one that's kind of a broad, like useful G run that sounds good, that works in most songs. There are some that are really song specific, and if you know a different one, or if there's a lot of guys who play them different ways, that's totally cool. So here, let's just kind of talk about the whole thing. It usually comes out of a G chord. Usually it's at the kind of the middle of a 16 bar phrase, maybe at like measure 6 or 7, sorry, 7 or 8, and or at the end of a section. Most bluegrass songs are like 16 bars, basically, kind of the first note is the downbeat of the measure, and then the point of the G run is to kind of pull everything out of time and then snap it back into time again. So it creates this tension and then releases the tension. It's a really satisfying kind of wrap up or punctuation mark to whatever's going on in the song. So if you're playing bass drum, bass drum, bass drum, it would be here. Yeah. And the one that I play, you hit the low E string, fretted at the 3rd fret with your middle finger. You hit the A string really hard, and then hammer on with your first finger to the 1st fret, right? And then with your first finger, same finger, you pull off from the E note to the D, to the open D. So that's the real secret move. Hammer, hammer, pull. I'll pull my fingers away so you can see. Hammer, pull. And then after all that, you hit the high G. So if you really want to practice this, that's probably the best thing to practice, is the hammer onto the 1st fret, and then the pull off from the 2nd fret of the D string. Hammer 1st fret of A, pull off 2nd fret to open on the D. And I keep these 2 fingers down when I do it. It's just kind of hard to see. So, and I keep this finger kind of in position to land in the G note again. So that's what it looks like. Put all the weight on that A note. I don't slide. I don't go up to this B note. I just kind of like lazily move my finger over to there. That's a great G run. You get just enough of the movement and some good tension out of it and a good release. Yeah, so here, let me play it for a minute or so, just so you can practice those movements. I'll play it slow so you can play along and practice. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, strum. G run. Strum. G run. practice it if you want. And just kind of playing it in context, you know, any place kind of at the end of those phrases where you have two G measures of G in a row, that's kind of where the G run fits. You got to listen and be discerning about whether it sounds good or not. But let's just give an example. So like, well, I lost all my money but a $2 bill. $2 bill, boys, $2 bill. Lost all my money but a $2 bill. I'm on my long journey home. A couple of different places that you can put it. There you go. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. Thanks. See ya.